You've probably heard someone say, "Aw, he's giving you kisses," when your dog licks you. And maybe you've always believed that too. Maybe you think it's just affection. Or maybe you assume your dog likes the salty taste of your skin. Some people even think dogs lick because they're hungry. But here's the truth. When a dog licks you, there's much more happening beneath the surface than most owners realize. Licking is not random. It's not meaningless. And it's definitely not just a dog kiss. Let's start with the most common belief, affection. Yes, licking can be a sign of love. But scientifically, it's much deeper than that. When your dog makes eye contact and then licks you, their brain releases oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. This is the exact same hormone released between a mother and her newborn baby. It creates feelings of safety, trust, and attachment. At the same time, your dog's stress hormone, cortisol, begins to drop. The emotional center of their brain, the amygdala, becomes calmer. In simple words, your dog feels safe with you. So when your dog licks you slowly and gently, it's not just affection. It's a biological bonding ritual. It's their brain saying, "You are my safe place." Now let's talk about another common myth. Taste. Yes, human skin can taste salty after sweat. But if licking was only about flavor, your dog wouldn't do it during emotional moments. Have you ever noticed your dog licking you when you're sad, or anxious, or stressed? Dogs have an incredible sense of smell. They can detect subtle chemical changes in your body, including shifts in stress hormones. When they lick you during those moments, it may actually be their way of responding to your emotional state. In fact, licking can regulate stress for both of you. Repetitive licking has a calming effect on dogs. It's a soothing behavior. So sometimes, when your dog licks you, they're not asking for food or attention, they're participating in a shared calming ritual. Now let's go back to puppyhood. When dogs are very young, they lick their mother's face to communicate. It builds trust. It strengthens attachment. It's one of the earliest bonding behaviors they learn. And that instinct doesn't disappear when they grow up. When your adult dog licks your face or hands, part of that ancient puppy wiring is still active. In their mind, you are family. You are part of their inner circle. But here's something important. Not all licking means happiness. If your dog licks excessively, especially in repetitive or compulsive ways, it could be anxiety. Animal behaviorists call this displacement behavior. When dogs feel overwhelmed, uncertain, or overstimulated, they sometimes lick to self-soothe. In those moments, their amygdala is more alert and cortisol levels may be higher. Licking becomes a way to calm their nervous system. So if you notice intense, non-stop licking, it may not be affection. It may be your dog trying to cope with stress. There's also an instinctive evolutionary layer to this behavior. In wolf packs, lower-ranking members lick the mouths of leaders as a sign of respect, trust, and social bonding. Modern dogs still carry remnants of this pack behavior. When your dog licks your hands, especially around feeding time, it may be an inherited social signal. It's not about submission in a dramatic way, it's about connection and recognition within their social structure. And here's something many owners overlook. If your dog repeatedly licks one specific spot on your body, the same hand, the same arm, the same area, don't ignore it. Dogs can detect subtle chemical changes linked to inflammation, minor injuries, and even certain medical conditions. Their sense of smell is incredibly advanced. While most licking is harmless, persistent focus on one area can sometimes be worth paying attention to. So the next time your dog licks you, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, is this bonding? Is this comfort? Is this instinct? Is this stress relief? Because what seems like a simple kiss is actually layered with biology, emotion, and ancient instinct. Your dog isn't just licking you. They're communicating. They're bonding. They're regulating emotions, and sometimes they're even observing changes you can't yet see. The more you understand these small behaviors, the stronger your connection becomes. And when you begin to see licking not as something random, but as meaningful communication, you start to realize just how emotionally intelligent dogs truly are. And this is only one behavior. In our next video, we'll reveal how dogs can sense danger before humans do, and the signs you might already be missing. You may never look at your dog the same way again.